Are we good kids? Are we bad kids? My name is Elliot. This is Mr. Jeffrey Perla. We are joined today by the lovely Andrew Muscarella.
Hello, that was perfect.
It was good.
Exactly
Welcome
Muscarella.
to this is where you start when you're trying to find yourself.
Yes, correct.
He's the one of the hosts of the Good Children podcast.
I am.
So
Make sure you listen and tune in.
Would you consider yourself to be a good child?
Oh,
Were you a good child?
Oh my God, yeah. That's like it. So the whole point of the podcast is like the good child like theory is that you grow up doing everything that's expected from you from your parents, and you grow up to be an adult, and then you start doing things for yourself, and then you feel like a bad adult because you're like, oh, well, I was actually living my life for you or what I thought you wanted from me.
Yeah.
And now it's time for me to be myself. So yeah, I definitely was a good child. I didn't drink until like I went to college.
Shit.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a fun fact.
And I was definitely like the worst in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, like I needed 100 on everything, and I was like, "You're drinking? Do you even want a job?"
So we would have hated each other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably for
you
sure.
were like a tattletale. You like told on kids. And
I wasn't
stuff?
like tattletaling.
No.
I was class president. Don't get me wrong. So
What?
I definitely had some sort
So
of.
you
like,
had some friends.
No, I definitely had. I was definitely well
People
received
popular.
in high
Yeah.
school. I was just like really hard on myself, and people were like, "Oh, that's really sad."
Dang.
I was like crying.
Aww.
Yeah, it's fine, but we've come a long way.
I mean, listen, I will say, do you know those people who like you see from high school or college and you're like, damn, your prime really was high school. Like
Yeah.
high school, like you were a huge fucking cunt.
Yeah.
But that was your moment. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
you could say maybe this is our moment right now. Like we're all
Correct.
in the best, you know, you're in your best shape, I think. Like
Yeah.
you're obviously a fitness guru, you know, doing your thing. I think I'm like the same, but like still where I'm at is
Yeah.
good. I feel like those people
In
who
high
were
school.
bitches in high school and college,
yeah.
They were peaking.
you peaked.
They
were peaking.
peaked. They peaked.
They were peaking.
I
And
think
now
it's really
they're not
funny.
cute.
No, they're not cute. And it's fun. I'm actually also in charge of planning my 10-year reunion, so that's currently happening as we speak.
Oh shit!
It's a miserable experience, but
How big was your class?
550 people.
Ooh.
I
That's
know.
big.
That's insane.
And I'm like, well,
where are you from?
I'm from Long Island.
You're from Long Island.
Yeah. But it's so interesting, like looking back on high school, because I'm like, if you were to tell people that 10 years from now I would be a gay podcaster,
That's hilarious.
That was-
they probably
in
love it.
school,
They're
I was
like,
like,
our class president's
crying.
famous.
yeah, like I was like, I'm crying if I didn't get 100. I went to school for finance. I did the whole thing, and then I was like, actually, fuck this. I
Yeah.
want to entertain
feel you.
people. So I'm sure if I'm thinking about what people think about me in high school, it's definitely he's either
dope.
lost it or he's made it. So
That's
Have you
cool.
had any closet cases from high school hit you up now that this recent venture you're on?
Closet as in like gay men.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be
Fortunate.
gay men or maybe like straight guys who are a little curious, however you want to call them. No?
I don't really have that
Damn.
many people in my DM. Well,
didn't-
I mean like semi, but not from high school. No, people like
I'm
girls
sure
from high
they're
school.
coming.
Girls from high school.
Girls from high school
are like weight obsessed.
Oh yeah.
You know, but like,
Yeah.
no guys, no.
Me neither.
But I didn't
I
really go
think
to
it's
a lot
coming.
of gays. Like, I don't think there was a lot of gay people in my high school, unless Long Island's a very different place. You know what I mean? When it comes to gay culture, and it's a very repressed gay culture.
Yeah.
Even when you come out, it's very much like you stay there, and you're like, might as well be straight.
Yeah.
You know,
You're like
So,
forced into it.
They're not really.
I hooked up with a guy from Long Island, and I actually posted him on my OnlyFans before.
You're kidding.
And he is straight, but after we took a couple photos and did some things, he was like, "Do you want to like hook up?" And I was like,
What?
You're like, so you're not.
"Are you sure you want to?" And then he like refused to kiss me, but then he like wanted to like suck my dick. I was like,
Yeah.
"So we draw the line at kissing." So excuse me. Kissing is too intimate, but sucking my dick's not intimate.
Yeah.
I was like, where are we drawing the line?
That's
It's
crazy.
Long Island's a weird place.
It is.
It's a weird place.
Did he have his
Why does
eyebrows
people-
done?
Yeah.
What?
Did he have his eyebrows done?
No.
It's very
No.
Long Island.
Eyebrows on?
Oh, done.
People
Like get their
stenciling.
eyebrows done.
Oh.
No, they
It's
basically
very
like
Long
they brush them up and then you trim your eyebrows. What's the right word? It's
Or you get them like people were getting them waxed or threaded.
No, but what's the word when they do this thing that they like? You see the people have that penciled in look. Our friend Chris had it last week. Did you notice how they have that penciled in? Like,
But I don't know if
it
that's
doesn't
hard
look
to
tat.
Halloween look. Like
It's not tattooed, but it's almost. I forgot the right word. But anyways,
Interesting.
people basically can get this done, and it lasts for about a month.
Oh,
And
interesting.
It's
it's
like a
a
dye
way
almost.
of dyeing basically the loose ends of your.
It's like henna.
Almost something similar, yes.
Interesting.
But good to know we're all natural gays.
Yes.
What you see is what you get with the three of us.
Interesting.
Al, what was your high school experience like?
High school was good. I was a little chunky boy. Middle school, elementary school. High school, I lost a little weight because I was doing sports and stuff, tennis. But I was always a little fat boy growing up. You know, we're always in and out of weight loss, gaining weight. But we're always on a journey. It's an endless journey, but you know, we're always going somewhere.
I'm
Do
right
you
there
think?
with you.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. Do you think that being chubbier when you were little was a good thing? Because here's the thing. I can't speak on behalf of either of you being like younger kids who were
Skinny
chubbier.
privilege.
I
Yeah,
was very,
well,
but
it's
I was
crazy.
almost frail.
Bitch.
Yeah, and that's a completely different.
And that's a
like,
different-
side of it.
yeah.
That I've never even like tried to contextualize. My friends growing up that would be like, oh, like I can't gain weight. Like I have to eat. Like and I'm
That's
just not gaining weight.
fucking
And I'm like, oh,
insane.
boo-hoo, boo-hoo. But like you actually were also going through something, and I
It's
just
just
didn't see
different.
it. It's
Yeah.
just different.
I guess.
I would say growing up chubby though, like I am really happy that I did, and I think that like former fat kid is you learn a lot about yourself, and I think that it creates a kindness
For sure.
and a humor.
I agree.
That I mean, the reason that I think that people think I'm funny is because my whole life I was trying to like deflect from people making fun of me. So
Totally.
I was like, okay, let me actually be really funny and grab the attention from people when I want it, as opposed to unwanted attention because I'm fat.
Well, there was always two kinds of chubby kids in school, right?
Yeah.
It was like the chubby kids who did deflect, and they were
Yeah.
like the really funny guys
Yeah.
who would like play football, maybe be like the gym class hero
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
would fuck around and they would just be funny and comedic relief. And then we had the other ones who were like, oh shit, like are they gonna beat my ass? Because they would like snap in the middle of the game. You're like, what are they going through?
The
like,
angry fat
not, you don't want to
kids.
call
Yeah,
them like
yeah,
a
yeah.
weirdo,
Yeah.
but there were those people that
Yeah.
were you could see the darkness
like
in their
angry.
eye
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
were
Sad.
so
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it was either one or the other. There was not.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how to describe
You
it.
like
it's
hated
like a
the world a little bit. Which is
So
sad.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I'm happy that, you know, I grew up that way. I obviously, like, there were moments that I'm like, oh, I wish I wasn't bullied in high school.
Yeah.
Like, for being fat and for being gay. And,
Yeah.
like, the gay part was, I didn't come out until, like, a lot later.
Of course.
Meanwhile,
Long Island.
Long Island, but I mean, I was not fooling legitimately a single soul. So it was kind of crazy, but I don't know. I was like, I can control, I can at least deny people saying that I was gay.
Yeah.
But I couldn't deny people calling me fat. So
Yeah.
like that was one thing that I just like leaned into. But I grew up playing sports, and that was another thing. Like playing sports and being big was like a completely different avenue of, you know, being a fat kid.
Yeah.
Because then adults will say something. You know what I mean? Like coaches will be like, "You're fat," and you're like,
Damn.
"Oh, that's insane.
That's
that you're doing that."
crazy.
Yeah.
But I also think in the sports world, like, have you ever seen those parents, and no offense to my father, he's one of these people, like when they see their kid playing a sport, they're like on the sideline screaming.
Oh,
They
yeah.
say the most vulgar shit. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like parents who have kids in sports, whether you're skinny, athletic, fat, whatever the fuck you are, they go ape shit.
Crazy.
And the things that come out of their mouth are fucking crazy that you're screaming about a 15, 16-year-old.
It's like not normal, I don't think, parents, when it comes to kids in sports. Like, I will never forget when I was in middle school, I played lacrosse. I was a goalie.
You give me lacrosse players.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Lacrosse. I was high school lacrosse captain.
Dang, you were captain of a lot of stuff.
I know.
Captain,
but
president. What
Long
didn't
Island
she do?
lacrosse goalie.
She didn't suck dick in high school, but she was
pressed.
fucking
Took a
doing
lot of
everything
balls.
else.
Took a
She's
lot of
pressed
balls. I
yeah.
can tell you
A lot
that.
of stuff.
But I'll never forget in middle school. Again, Long Island, like the parents are like, they're intense, and Long Island lacrosse is like some of the best lacrosse in the country. So it's like you think that your kid is being bred for like D1 school anywhere, and it's the middle school, whatever. But one of the kids on the field like decked another kid on my team. One of the parents met the other parents in the parking lot.
No way, they pulled
and
up.
beat each other up.
I love that story.
They beat
Actually,
each other
knowing
up.
us two, we both love that story. I was like, I know you're like,
Yeah.
we'd probably be, yeah.
That is
I
crazy.
was like, okay, this kid is legitimately 11 years old and you're beating each other up.
They probably like threw hands hard.
No,
yeah.
they did. I'll never forget. My
Cops
parents were like,
paint.
get to the car.
Yeah.
They're like beating each other up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
The passion.
The passion.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, that's what sports brings out in you.
Listen, we love Bad Girls Club and those things, but we're not going to unbox that because we did that last
Charm
week.
School.
Yeah.
Damn.
Charm School days. That might have been.
What happened?
Or you
Do you know
VH1
Charm
girl.
School?
No.
TV show back in the day.
It was like
No.
Flavor
Maybe
of
before your
Love.
time.
Flavor of Love, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it
Well,
was
how
like
old
a
are you?
spin-off.
32.
Oh yeah, before my time.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Bitch.
How old are you?
I was like, she's not a nice gay anymore.
No, I'm kidding. I
She was
recently,
too busy
I recently turned
studying
28.
for
Yeah, you're too busy studying.
the SATs
Yeah, I
or
was.
whatever.
Fucking
ACTs.
Studying for the
Brat.
SATs.
SATs.
Brat. No, I feel like looking back on being a fat kid, like, what were some of the struggles like in school? Like, was gym class a safe space for you? Because I could say as a skinny kid, I got eaten the fuck alive in gym
Yeah.
class, and I hated it.
It wasn't an easy space, I would say, Jim. Especially when it came to the locker room, I think that was an area that I felt really uncomfortable
Just
in. Like,
changing?
just changing, period. Like, people would be changing
Yeah,
out in
yeah.
public, but I would be, like, in the stall. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want people to just look or perceive me. So I would, like, do a lot of hiding myself
Yes.
when it came to my body. When it came to the actual class itself, I was fucking around. I was with the girls. We were playing badminton. I was never doing. Yeah, we never
You had that co-ed.
Yeah, we had co-ed. Yeah, and they would like be like, okay, whoever wants to play the intense sports, like we're gonna go outside.
Well,
and for those
fun.
that
They
want
give
to
you
like,
options.
yeah, no, I was taking lifeguarding in high school.
Oh, fun.
Project Adventure. I was doing like Duck Goose. It was
Oh my
embarrassing,
God,
but
fun.
it was
Like,
amazing.
what the hell?
Yeah.
They were like dodgeball. Everybody's playing dodgeball lineup.
Yeah.
And you're like,
no.
I was always picked last.
Oh.
Like, it was
Really?
horrible.
You were picked
horrible,
last.
horrible.
I was picked last too.
My
same.
best friend Shanae, she's like a bigger black woman.
Yeah.
And she's been like my bodyguard basically since I was 11.
I love it.
People used to call us Robin Big. because
Robin
I was
Big.
such a skinny
That's
white
so
guy,
good.
and she was just this
Oh my God,
bigger
like
black
Rob- yeah,
woman.
Rob-
And she
yeah.
would
Yeah.
throw down for me all the time. She'd rip people's jewelry off, be like, touch him one more time. And she'd rip their gold chain off the back. She would just pull it and drop it
Oh
on
my
the
God.
floor. And I went to a
Insane.
private Catholic school.
Oh, I wish I had one of her.
And she's wild. And we're still best friends.
I love that. I
Dang,
mean,
yeah.
she threw
I would
down for
assume that you would have to be best friends if she was like literally going to bat for you.
Literally going to bed. And she lives in New York now, too. She's a Brooklyn girl.
Oh my God.
I feel like you'd have a field day with her.
I'm sure. Wait, introduce me.
Shanae Drew, we love you.
Shanae.
I've never
right?
met her.
That's
Really?
fucked up.
Never.
Oh, wow.
That's messed up.
You gotta tell her to come
She
around.
should she'd be your kind of girl for
yeah,
sure.
I
For
feel
sure.
like we would get along.
Interesting.
Were you upset in high school? Like, what was your vibe?
I don't know. Like high school was. I like came out
You came out at 16,
pretty
right?
young. Yeah, at like 16. And my parents were like totally okay with it, which was nice. So I was like having boyfriends at like 16.
nice.
And I was going on dates. I had like Grinder, like
That's scary.
yeah,
Grinder, like high school, like I've had friends that have hooked up with people
Yeah.
in high school. No, I mean they're not hooking up with people in high school.
Yeah.
When they were in high school, they were hooking up. Like that's insane.
dangerous.
And
too.
Very like the fact that Grinder hasn't even like been like maybe we should like put in our license.
yeah.
Like let's start
Like,
verifying.
yeah.
But do you
unfortunately.
think there's like an education now that's happening in schools? We obviously wouldn't know now because we don't
I
have
don't think
kids.
so.
But do you think they kind of teach them?
Oh,
because I
dating?
wasn't taught shit.
Dating apps and stuff.
Just
Maybe.
dating app, things in general, just showing like, hey, like
I
maybe you
doubt
shouldn't
it.
do this because some crazy shit's out there.
Oh,
that
like
could
creeper
happen.
danger.
Yeah,
It
like
would be
we
smart.
don't need to unbox this, but like
Yeah.
Austin Wolf, for example. You know what I mean? Somebody like that
Mm.
who's looking for twinks to fuck, and you happen to be 16 and you've seen this guy on the internet, and maybe you think he's gonna marry you or fall in love, and you think he
Yeah.
has money,
Mm.
and then you go sleep with him, and you're a one and done and on an OnlyFans video.
Yeah.
Not the best look.
No.
I feel
you
like
know?
we had educational classes about like stranger dangery, like internet stuff.
Yeah, but it's different when it's about like hookup culture and dating apps.
Yeah,
and like
for sure.
like when you go
Yeah.
home at night and you're jerking off and you're just like a horny 16-year-old. Maybe say like, hey, don't send your dick to a random.
Yeah, I think
on like
that's a-
Facebook and shit,
55-year-old,
yeah.
you know?
Especially when it comes to, I don't know if either of you have ever been catfished before.
Yeah.
But I
of
have.
course.
So it like learning that too, and like if you're sending videos or pictures
Yeah.
to people in general, like there needs to be a lot of qualifying,
Yeah.
things before you send it out there, because like I don't lose sleep about it, but I'm like, whoever has my pictures or videos, like listen, you leak them. It's actually to my benefit, but I'm good. But that's not the case for everybody. So it's definitely an educational thing for sure.
Well, that's what's weird is I feel like people who we've built this culture that people expect you to send your photos. Like just because you say hi to me doesn't entitle you to my nudes.
Yeah.
Like I have people get angry at me and they say the rudest shit and they're like, "Oh, you think you're famous so you can't send your nudes?" I was like, "No, I just think you're a fucking asshole and like I'm not going to just send you something because you feel entitled to it." Like that pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah, I don't send nudes any longer.
Are you single?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
I've learned, I mean, as the podcast grows and like as it's pretty central to New York too. I mean, like major cities, but it's just like I need to do my due diligence and I'm not sending it. I'll do a disappearing photo and you're not screenshotting that because I know that Grindr at least has my back.
It's going away.
You know, it's going away, but I'm no longer sending like albums or anything.
Damn,
that's like a luxury that you kind of
careful.
lose. Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as you're fine with it being released, I genuinely do not care.
Yeah.
But it's more about like, I don't want to be a story for you and your friends.
Yeah, you know that shit gets
Period.
passed around because I won't even lie.
Passed around.
I don't know if we've done this, but I've done this with other people that when I'm getting something that I'm waiting for that I know I want, I'll take someone else's phone and I take a picture of their expiring
done
photo.
that?
Yeah, I have so many.
Oh my
Because
God.
I'm not gonna like
Shady
screenshot.
Fuck.
I don't care. There's some people who like have said the rudest shit to me and they like have
Yeah.
sent me nudes, and so I take pictures on someone else's phone of the conversations and their nudes because if they ever try to come for me, I will fucking slit your throat. I don't care.
Oh my God. Like,
Grindr might not be able to screenshot, but Mike, I can.
Your other phone.
I'm like, so
Yeah.
you have my nudes?
I have two phones. I got,
You got
two
two
phones
phones for a reason.
Yeah, I don't play.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I guess
Don't
I've never
come for
been
me.
put in a situation where I had to do that.
Yeah, you're like, hold on, give me your phone. Like, no.
I've never
Good
burned
for you.
bridges
Listen,
like that.
I don't
Research
burn
and
bridges.
development.
I just
Or beefed.
feel like people think they're entitled to things, and I look like a nun if it stays like this.
No, I mean, like, listen, it's a look.
It's kinda chic.
It is
It's
kind of
kinda
chic.
chic,
I was
Yeah.
like, I just want somebody to pull my hair back, but you can
You
still
are
see
giving,
my face.
like, you're giving
priest.
priest.
Do I look like one of those priests that have that
the
thing?
Vatican. You look like you're at the
kinda
Vatican.
nice.
Cardinal.
Yeah. Or no,
Hot.
it's like it's like a nurse nun.
Like,
Like,
I give, like
Harry Potter.
maybe I'm from like
Hogwarts
the
nurse.
Pearl Harbor nurses from back in the day. You ever watch them?
Pearl Harbor. Why you guys?
That's where
Okay,
you lose
lost
me.
you. Lost you there.
Pearl
Lost you there.
Harbor's
Yep.
crazy.
You lost me.
Wait, should we explain our outfits right now? I feel like people just probably think we look like we're on
yeah.
meth. But
Yeah, well.
there is a vision behind why we dress like this.
We're in
Yeah.
a beautiful New York
Backyard. This is what you would consider
backyard
a backyard.
Oh, man,
patio
ew.
shenanigans. Junkyard.
We're in a junkyard.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. We're in athletic wear, I guess.
Yeah, for the Olympics, because the Olympics is happening this summer in
This is our
Perry.
Olympic opening, and we were going to talk about high school and gym class and trauma and things like that. So we decided to look a little athletic for you today
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we are athletes.
I'm representing Shanghai, which is in China. Yes.
I love the look over to
Yes.
verify.
I'm like-
It is not the capital of China, or is it the capital
So
of China?
I would just say like it's in China.
You should
And
know.
I would go with confidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say
like,
I'm
They're
representing.
going to
Yes.
agree with whatever you say.
I'm representing Shanghai. That's in
Beijing is not
Yeah.
the capital of China.
I think it's its own country.
No, well, I think we don't get into geography
Okay.
for everyone's sake here.
Well, I was looking at you, Mr. A plus.
I actually like that's why I don't ever talk about geography. because
geography's
that's the last thing that I
problematic?
need someone-
Okay.
No, it's not problematic, but it's
Oh.
like imagine you didn't know that was a country, like
Oh,
a country or city.
it's like
I just don't like
stupid.
being made. To
I did
feel
have a
dumb.
minor in geography, but I guess I
clearly
don't.
is
Yeah,
not.
it didn't. It's not giving. Anywho, I'm representing Shanghai, not the country, but the city, I guess. In my cute sequenced outfit.
Are you sweating?
No, I'm not even sweating.
Oh wow,
It's
it is
giving
cool
like
down
You're
here.
one of those Shanghai ice skaters who maybe won silver. You're not giving gold, but you maybe won silver.
Silver, bronze, maybe.
Mm.
A metal works. You know what I
I
mean?
got
were-
some type of medal.
You were on the podium.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I got my
correct.
nice on-cloud shoes that are dirty because of these New York streets.
These outfits are from our friend Wolf, who came from his vintage shop,
Oh,
and let
yes.
us borrow these things so we could look fun.
Yes, look fire.
Yeah, I'm wearing a '69 shirt, and this New Orleans visor is really cute. It's just for like the biggest head you can possibly
Yeah,
imagine, and I guess my head is just not as big as I thought it was.
So you don't have a big head?
Well, it's average.
Oh,
It's an average
feather.
head.
Why are there feathers?
I don't know why things keep touching me, but I'm getting so skeeved out.
You get scared.
I hate bugs. I hate dirt. I don't like. I'm kind of germophobia psycho.
Oh, really?
She's a germaphobe.
I love that.
Like
You
I'm
hook up
gonna
with men?
ask this question: etiquette in a hotel room or period beds. How do you feel about somebody who plops their suitcase on a mattress after traveling?
Listen, you're asking the wrong guy.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm
because
asking the right people because you two are probably gonna agree on this.
I just don't care.
I don't care either. But I will say, like,
It's
on my-
disgusting.
Yeah.
It's I look back on these things and I'm like,
Yeah.
I actually am a disgusting person,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
can
yeah.
recognize that.
But
You've
do you
been
see the
in-
amount of shit and like piss and like look at all the poop and things here, and then
obviously,
you
if I
put
was
that on
rummaging
your,
through these streets. I don't
Yeah.
think I would do
what
it.
do you think's on the New York City subway
Well,
and
I
the
don't
streets you're
hang out
walking
But it's
down?
like,
the
is
New
my
York
wheel
subway.
touching the bed, or is like the side of, like I'm like
Yeah.
carrying that bag throughout? If I'm never really placing my bag on the floor. Like that would be on my shoulder. A rolling bag, I'm rolling it on the ground, and then like
Yeah.
I will put it on probably my bed. Are you somebody who like even if you're
I
wearing
would
your outside
never.
clothes, do you not lay down on the bed?
So we're filming another podcast later,
Yeah.
and I refuse to film in my bed because I
That's
don't
it.
want people's subway clothes in my bed sheets.
I get that.
And then you like, I just no.
She's
no.
really.
I also shower before bed.
I mean, people
Sometimes.
do that. I don't do that, even though I should. But no.
Yeah.
Okay, well we all have our things. So
yeah, no, I
you
feel like
two-
we're very similar that way.
Yeah.
You two are similar. It's
I
fine.
get the idea though of showering before bed because if you do think about it, yeah, you got a bunch of nasty shit. Like showering in the morning technically doesn't make sense because why would you not shower before getting into bed? Because that's when you have all the dirt on you, and yeah, you go to bed clean.
I've never understood the morning shower people.
I just
a
do because I
morning
get
shower
messy hair.
person.
I get messy
Why
hair.
do you shower in the morning if like you just slept? Like do you just come everywhere in the morning? They're like, I got to
No,
shower
I just
right
get
now.
dirty hair. My hair gets so messy.
No, for me,
I
it's a
have to.
wake up thing.
Ah.
It's like I get in the water, and the water hitting my body is like, wake the fuck up, bitch.
Got it.
slap.
Yeah, so that it's like immediate, like get up and go. But I'm also like, I'm usually jerking off before I go to sleep. So
Oh, you're a nighttime guy.
Yeah. Oh,
Your morning.
I'm a morning
Only.
guy.
really? No, that's shocking to
I
me.
guess.
I'm like before I go to sleep, it's like my ritual.
It's like your decompression of the day.
For sure. And then I'm like,
Got
okay,
it.
now I'm tired enough. I'm going to pass out.
You know what? Someone asked me this the other day. They said, do you jerk off to porn or people you know or just your own random thoughts? And I said, I think about a random person I saw on the street that day.
That's
Really?
interesting.
That's
You're one of the
actually
few people
beautiful.
that I know who. That's beautiful.
It is.
Because I wish I did.
And I
wish
feel
did
like my
too.
life is filled with
Porn.
regret, low-key.
Why?
Because the person pops into my head after the fact, and I'm like,
Aw.
why didn't I just approach the person on the subway and say, hey, I thought you were cute? You
So
know?
beautiful.
It's a lot
though.
harder. It's so easy to get caught up in that because I also feel very similarly. I feel like that's why I've been single for 28 years because I genuinely will never
Oh
go
my
up to
God.
somebody, but I'm learning confidence. But I think it's
Yeah.
the confidence of just being like, fuck it. I have nothing to lose. But what if there's
But
like,
how
what if they
would
don't
you
let-
feel is the question, right? Like,
someone's like, "You're
imagine
cute."
we're on the subway, right? You're
And
on the subway,
if I
and
didn't-
I approach you,
Yeah, sure.
and I'm like, I just genuinely thought you were cute, and I was like, oh, hey, like, I think you're very cute. Like, do you want to exchange numbers? Would you look up and be like, this is fucking weird?
No, I probably would. It would depend on what I thought of you. But if I was
Yeah.
into it, I'd be like, oh my God, like, thank you. Like, so are you. Like, yeah. And if I was not into it, I'd probably be like, thanks. I really appreciate that. Like, I'm not comfortable sharing numbers. Have a
Whoa.
good one.
Good for you.
Period. I'm
That's
not going to give you my
amazing.
number. If
Yeah.
But I think it is with everybody, with gays in general, something that I've learned too. It's like, you got to be okay with being rejected.
Facts.
And I think that that's
Yeah, we
obviously what
talked about
stops
that, yeah.
all of us from going
Yeah.
up to anybody because you're afraid
Yeah.
of being rejected. But it's okay. Like,
I came up with
rejection is
this
normal.
idea, which I know would never be real because it's basically just a business card. But, like, imagine you could have something called a hoe card. And, like,
Scan.
when you see somebody who like you find cute on the subway or literally passing by in the street, you could just throw out a card like this and they take the card, and on the card is either your phone number, your Instagram handles, and it's like, hey, I saw you and thought you were
Yeah.
cute. here's my hoe card.
Cute.
If you're interested, hit me up.
You should come
business
out
card.
with
But
it.
like,
That's a
I
good
don't
idea.
need to like stop you and do a whole thing and be creepy. But like,
Yeah.
if I see you from a mile away and I just like go up to you and I go on with my life because I have a meeting or we have whatever
Yeah.
going on, like you hand them your hoe card, which is
Yeah.
essentially just a business card.
It's just a business card.
And
Yeah.
You should
you-
literally just like start selling this. You should literally just like start making them and call it like a hoe card, and it's like a fancier business card, but just call it a hoe card.
With whatever information you're comfortable sharing with random, because
dead.
that hoe
No,
card
you should
could
literally
end
just start
up on
selling
the
this.
subway floor.
Like this is what this is how
Listen,
people make
there is a
millions of
market-
dollars.
There is a market for that. I will say.
would
Just-
you walk around the street with your hoe cards in your pocket in hopes of maybe finding a man?
I don't think I would. I don't think I would work.
I'd be
walk
too
around
shy.
with a hoe. It wouldn't even be that I'm too shy. I just kind of feel like the hoe card could be good for people who aren't gonna. I just wouldn't do regardless. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to. I don't know. I don't know if
I'd
the
be
hoe
too
cards
scared
work
to
for
even
me.
just like exchange it.
Actually,
I would
also
throw
don't
it or
want
something.
people to
I don't
have
know.
like I don't know. I'm just weird with people having my information. Even my
Yeah,
Instagram.
but it doesn't
I
need
never
to
give
be
men
your
my
phone
Instagram.
number. It could be whatever information you're comfortable sharing on your card, you know?
Just
I get
Insta,
shy
yeah,
with the
I
IG
guess.
too.
It could be like your social media handles. It could be a QR code that leads to like maybe a forum that you have to fill information out about, like,
Interesting.
you
Forum
know,
like
are
that.
you single? Where would our first date be? And then if you're a hot girl, like, you've got some options in the forum, and you can
That's
say,
not a bad
"Here's who I
idea.
want to hang out with."
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You should take it to Shark
There's
Tank.
something.
There's something there.
there.
There's
Yeah.
something there. I don't know if I would necessarily call it a hoe card.
Why?
I don't know.
I think
It's
it's
a-
catchy.
Hoe card?
It might be a little bit aggressive, but
What's not aggressive about everything we're doing? Look where
Oh
we
no,
are.
we're aggressive. We're aggressive. But do you think that only hoes give out cards?
I would say maybe that I'm biased because I live in a big city, but I think a lot of people here are kind of hoey. Like, to be honest, I think if you're single, like, nobody is single here just, you know, not
Sitting-
being a hoe.
Yeah.
don't you want a boyfriend?
I do, but it doesn't mean
and you're giving out hoe cards?
In the interim, I'm, you know. Listen, we did a podcast a couple weeks ago, and the man straight up told us that neither one
He
of
was
us
a
has a
psychic.
relationship in our future.
Oh my God, was
And-
he like a reader?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
And he
Oh.
said, you're just wasting your time on dating apps because you're never going to be the person
Well, that
that
makes sense.
settles for someone that you meet via a dating app. Like, you're going to meet them in the future, like in person or whatever.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And so I'm
Yeah.
just still on dating apps because,
makes
like,
sense.
why not
Why
waste
not?
your time?
But it's
But-
wasting time. Like I feel
Yeah.
very similarly.
Yeah.
I'm like at this point, like, and this is horrible to say, but I'm like sometimes I see it as a game, which is terrible.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just like mindlessly open the app.
Yeah.
And if it's like Tinder, I'm swiping. If it's Hinge, I'm like liking. And then if it's Grindr, I'm just like, sometimes you need a quick hit.
Yeah.
Of attention.
Quick hit. Yeah.
And
Quick hit is
that's
crazy.
where I see it to be a problem. That's why I'm like not putting all of my eggs in the basket of the apps because I'm like, my goal is to meet someone in person as we
Person is the
all
best.
want, right? And there's been moments that I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then it just doesn't go anywhere. But at least
Yeah.
it happened for a second.
Have you been single your whole life?
life.
Whoa, you both.
Well, I
kind
mean,
of
I
ish.
dated, I
Bitch.
would say dated
Yeah.
somebody for like 4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, situationship. I guess it would be.
Situationship ish.
Yeah.
So you both have been pretty single?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I had a college boyfriend. We're not going to unbox it. It was what it was. And it ended.
Okay.
Do we have
Ended.
some trauma from it? Maybe.
Sure.
Then we pivoted to a best friend situationship that I forced myself to try to make work. And it, oh man, one more bug.
I'm the same when it comes to bugs. They freak me out.
I just don't like when things touch me.
I get that.
Anyways, I just think when I'm the kind of person who knows when it's going to work in 2 seconds,
Yeah.
I will probably be dating for 2 days, engaged for 3 days, married by the 7th.
I get
like,
that.
I know when I know.
I feel very similarly about, and then my friends are like, Andrew, like, what do you think it is? Like, and I just don't feel like I've met the person.
Yeah.
I've been on dates with people though that like I feel that feeling, and I'm like, oh, that's amazing, and then like it'll.
It's not
end-
reciprocated, though.
Exactly.
That's
and
my
I don't think
problem,
I've
yeah.
found. Yeah, I have not found a reciprocation.
Oh my God, what if we got
Um,
pooped on?
I'm gonna like literally shit on me.
Have you ever been pooped on? Have you been pooped on by a pigeon?
Oh, of
A
course.
bird, of course.
It's good luck.
Yeah, it's good luck. Thank
Oh,
God.
is this good luck?
If they get shit, if
Well,
you
I want to
shit
get
on,
shit on by a pigeon. Give me
I
some
know,
good
but
luck.
look around. Are we thriving, or do we have good luck right now?
We literally,
think we're
this was
thriving.
set up. It's thriving for sure.
It's amazing.
At least we're not sleeping
Are you
here.
embarrassed by being like? We literally just had this conversation on the podcast, somebody asked, was like, I'm 26 years old and like I never had a boyfriend. Like, should I be embarrassed? Is that a red flag?
No.
Or do you think it's a red flag that you haven't had a boyfriend?
I don't think so, because I genuinely think it's only a red flag if you're still finding yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know, people on here are going to talk shit and say otherwise, but I'm, you know, pretty established, you know,
Yeah.
like I have a home, I have a good everything, you know, I have a trajectory
Yeah.
that I think most people my age do not have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the one thing I don't know about myself or can't figure out necessarily is my dating situation. And so I've been trying this year to do these different things where, like, you know, maybe I go on a date and I don't have sex on the first date.
Okay.
Maybe I just talk to them for a whole week before committing to a date and see if I build
That's
up
great.
that emotional connection.
Yeah.
So I'm trying these different, like, trial and error moments.
Love that.
But I think the biggest flaw, which I don't know how often you travel, but like we do travel a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think my biggest thing is when I'm not here for 3 weeks and I'm only going off of something for 3 days that was nice.
Yeah.
After 3 weeks of not being here, it fizzles.
Yeah.
And they don't want to deal with that either, because they're
Yeah.
like, why would I sign up for this when
Yeah.
you're here, you're not here?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. I've been thinking about that a lot too. I was just talking to my friend about it too, and it's like, especially if things ramp up, like entertainment, anything. It's
Yeah.
like the amount of time that I even have for friends is limited, and that
Yeah.
makes me sad because I'm like, I don't really see people that often. Like I
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
working all day doing something, and then I'll get home and I'm like, I actually have no social battery left. Like I
Yeah.
genuinely do not want to leave my apartment.
Yeah.
But then it's like, when do you find time for dating?
Yeah.
And I do think that it gets to a point where that person needs to be, you know, okay with what you do and like fine with the fact that you're going to be away all the time. It's
But
like
do you ever
long
think you
distance.
get viewed, like, let's say you go on a date and
Yeah.
someone maybe, you know, you exchange Instagrams, they know who you are.
Yeah.
Do you think they view you sometimes as a cartoon character?
For sure. Oh my
Yeah.
God, 100%.
That's, I think, another flaw. For me.
You've said that before.
I feel like because there's a perception of me, and I come off, you know, I ask people like how big their dick is on a
Yeah.
microphone, or like I say weird shit,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? But in actuality, just because I'm doing that doesn't mean
Yeah.
I'm going to go cheat on you and fuck a whole bunch of people
Of
in a crunch
course.
sauna and whatever else.
Of course.
Like, if it made sense, this would work. But in the meantime, when I'm not single, like, yeah, am I going to suck a dick in a crunch sauna? Maybe.
Maybe, and that happens. You
And
know,
that
I
happens.
do feel that way though. I've been on a few dates that way, but I feel like for me, as opposed to not like aside from the sexual part, it's more of, I feel like sometimes I go on dates and I'm like, these men's clown. You know what I mean? Like, they're laughing, I'm cracking them the fuck up, and like, you think it's the best date you've ever been on in your entire life because, like, what do you mean? You're cracking
Yeah,
up.
you're like, I'm
Yeah.
And then, like,
hilarious.
I'll never hear from them again.
What?
I'm like, oh my God, that's insane. So I'm just like a clown in someone's circus. And I do
That
feel
should be a shirt.
Yeah, I agree. I do sing, but I don't write music. But if I did write a song, it would have to be about that because, and like,
Interesting.
listen, if you want to help me, let me know.
Drop a single.
But yeah, it's interesting about
She could
being
help
like,
you. She dropped a single.
oh my God, okay.
Do it.
Okay.
We love
but yeah, it's
music.
interesting dating somebody who knows who you are, or going on a date.
Wait, I want to pivot this, though, because I
Yeah.
do have a question for you.
Fitness.
So, as somebody who was bigger growing up
Yeah.
and you, like, now are in New York, lost a ton of weight,
Yeah.
and now you're a
Fitness coach.
like, I think I kind of sometimes view fitness gays, if you will, on Instagram in
Yeah.
a certain light.
Yeah.
Like, how do you view a fitness gay, and how do you think you're different from those people?
I also view fitness gays in that same exact light. And I
Yeah.
think that for a while, I mean, I've been in fitness for the past 4 years, but I didn't start posting about being in fitness until like 2 months ago.
Interesting.
Because I have a really interesting relationship when it comes to fitness because of my background of
Yeah.
like growing up fat and like being told my whole life that like I was like a lazy sack of shit when I knew that genuinely was not the case.
Yeah.
First off, the reason I'm in fitness is because when it came to the pandemic and like I recently just came out, and when it comes to gay culture, I think that a lot of the times gay men validate other men based on their bodies, and I kind of got caught up in that. So when the pandemic hit, I was working out literally the entirety of the day and like barely eating, and I
Yeah.
lost about like 70 pounds.
Damn,
and-
that's
which was crazy.
crazy.
And I, for the first time, was really getting validated by men that I've always dreamt of,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
You saw like a shift.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And like and even like people around me would be like, "Oh my God, like you look so good." And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you." Meanwhile, I'm legitimately not eating. But it got to a point where it was unsustainable. So I was like, I actually need to study to like be the bugs. I need to study to like help people that are going through things that I'm going through as well, and especially when it comes to the gay community, I think that like we need to feel good with moving our bodies, feeling strong, and that's it. Like that's why I'm not shirt on or shirt off. I don't care, but like I'm not a big. I'm gonna be working out today without my shirt on because I have a six-pack. I could personally care less if you had a six-pack. And if that's the only thing that you're flaunting, absolutely not. The reason that I got into fitness content is because I want to make it funny. But I also want people who never felt comfortable moving their body feeling comfortable seeing me move mine.
1000%.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is, and I'm not going to speak for you, but I feel like when somebody's bigger, the hardest part is to start.
For sure.
And I feel like it's a lot better for somebody like, let's say you, right? Like, and you know, I don't think I have the whole six-pack. Like my body's good. Like I'm not saying I don't have a good body, but I'm not the guy who has a straight six-pack. I eat chicken nuggets all the time. Like my diet is horrible. Like I understand that. But I think there's some people who think like six-pack is a personality trait.
Correct.
And that's
It
not
definitely
a personality
is.
trait.
Sometimes
And
it is for some people.
I think sometimes the people who are most self-conscious about their bodies are the one glorifying these people for some reason.
Well,
like, I don't understand like why we do that. Where I feel like if they idolize somebody like you maybe and they were like, oh, like I can actually do this. This is attainable. And you kind of can showcase, you know, here's what I do. Like I'm healthier. This is, you know, none of us have six-packs, but you could probably still run more than I could run.
But it's
you know,
and it's like reshifting your mindset from saying, especially when it comes to working out, like you have abs and you have abs and I have abs. Like I don't have a six-pack, but that doesn't mean I don't have abs. So like, people were like, oh, I just like wish I had a six-pack. I'm like, girl, that's literally okay that you don't have a six-pack. You have abs, though. You know what I mean? Like, you're standing on 2 feet. That takes a lot of core stability.
There's
you have
something
abs.
there.
Don't worry about it. Like, we don't have to, like, we have this image in our head about what we want to look like, and I still have it in my head, too. And it's so hard to get it out of your head.
You have to, like, shift the mindset.
And especially growing up big, I don't know if you, like, suffer from body dysmorphia, but, like, for a while I was suffering from it, and I would look at myself in the mirror, especially when I was the skinniest. I would look at myself in the mirror, and I'd be like, oh my God, like, and always picking out some other flaw. We're always going to do that. You know what I mean? But like the hardest part is starting. And that's why I coach group classes, because I can't even bring myself to go to the gym. You know what I mean? God forbid there's a gay man that's staring at me. Like, girl, that's my, for
nightmare.
me, fitness, that's my time. Like, I need to be out of my mind. I don't want to think about you looking at me. I walk into a class, I'm out in 50 minutes, and that's all you needed to do is show
Well, that's
up.
also just even worse. Is like sometimes these like Equinox or kind of bougier type places. Like he could maybe go to Planet Fitness or Crunch in this outfit, right?
Correct.
Like he's not looking being like,
I don't know about that.
I hope my shirt matches my socks, which matches this, and blah blah blah. We're like, that's what Equinox is. Like Equinox, you're going for an aesthetic. Where I'm just trying to go work out. I don't give a fuck if my shorts don't match my shirt, which is this. And my hair's a mess.
Go to the
I'm
gym
just trying
to like have a
to work
fucking
out,
fit.
do my thing. I don't want you to approach me. I don't want to do a video. Like let's just get what we all got to do and like move on with our lives.
I'm not opposed to like the hookup culture in the sauna. I've never like took part in it.
You
but,
never
like,
took part in it?
No.
Oh my God, me and Elliot love the sauna.
See, like again, I've never.
We go to like Europe though. We'll go
everywhere
to, like,
we
Europe,
travel. We're like, should we go to a sauna?
But I'm just like confused. I'm not kidding, because every single time I'm in a sauna, I'm like, I'm personally not having a good time. Like maybe that's
like, get me out of here.
No, I'm like, I'm sweating profusely. I can't imagine someone sucking my dick. I personally cannot.
Wow.
Maybe listen, it will happen at some point in my life. I understand that, and I know that. But like,
you just have to shift your mindset.
I get it. No, I
wait.
agree.
I know a place that I think we should all go to. Obviously, you don't. Live here,
I
but I think if you want to go to a place with me, I kind of want to check it out.
Okay.
I think it's on
Turkish
Sunday
baths.
and Thursdays.
What is it? The Turkish baths?
Yeah.
I always see the ads for them.
I need to go.
I also kind of have to go.
Okay, so
I would
let's go and let's
go.
just see what happens.
Let me know how it is. I wanna
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
I would.
Like, let's just see what's up. But no, going back to
fitness.
The fitness gaze.
But yeah,
Al, how do you feel about fitness gaze?
Cringe.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to talk shit for a second because you love a berries class.
I do,
and
but
you
I
have
hated
your
them at one
specific
point.
berries people.
Yeah, but I think they've calmed down throughout the years. I think they used to be this like very mean, intense, and I think they've calmed down throughout the years because I think they realized that that's not the way. Having this weird cliquey, I think they still are.
It does give
cliquey.
call energy.
Yeah.
But like this unwelcoming space is not what people want. I think they've calmed down throughout the years, and I think gyms have realized that like being bitches isn't the best way to get people into something. You know.
I
But,
think
you know, I don't know.
Barry's the thing about Barry's for me, I love their workouts. From a coach's perspective,
Yeah.
the coaches aren't doing much.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah.
I see the form and I'm like,
Yeah.
those girls are going to throw out their backs. Like,
yeah, no,
they're
and I've
doing a
thrown out my
snatch.
back there before.
Of course, because they're not
And my neck.
correcting you.
Yeah.
It's more about for the vibe.
Yeah.
Where I struggle when
Yeah.
it comes to Barry's,
Yeah.
and maybe again this is something that I'm working through personally,
Yeah.
is to me the reason you wear a t-shirt when you work out
Yeah.
is to wick sweat. That's why they sell shirts for fitness is
Yeah.
to absorb your
Oh
sweat.
my God, they all take their shirt off.
I'm sharing the bench with you.
Yeah.
I'm just confused as
Why
to
they take their shirt off?
Why is your shirt off? For who but to be looked at? Because
Yeah.
this thin shirt isn't really making me that upset. When I get sweaty, I'm kind of like, fuck yeah, I'm sweaty. I see my shirt at the end of the Barry's class, it's drenched.
Mine's
Where's
drenched
your sweat
every
though?
time.
Yeah.
Where because
It's going on
where's
the
the
bench.
drenching of your shirt? Because you don't have one on. It's on the floor.
So if
It's on
you're
my
taking
bench,
your shirt off in the
It's
class,
on
you're
your
probably
shirt.
just
It's actually on my
You
shirt.
mop that bitch's sweat up with
It's on
your
my shirt.
shirt. You have double the sweat.
You
So
know?
they're just trying to show off. If they're taking their shirt off, they
Yes.
just want to show off
In
to
my
somebody
defense,
in the class.
I will say I don't think I have sensitive nipples, but when I run
that.
and the wet shirt from
It's
running
chafing?
rubs against my nipples, it
Yeah.
actually like feels weird.
Yeah.
I don't like the running with a shirt on
I get that.
wet because it makes my nipples feel weird.
I get that.
I don't know if it's a chafing thing.
It's
I
the
don't
dry,
know if it's
like the dry fits do better for your nipples,
Got
but
it.
cotton, it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not taking my shirt off because I'm like, oh,
No.
look at me jiggle. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
I've-
it from my nipples feel
Yeah.
weird, and let's go. You know.
I went to the extent of getting pasties before. Like I would rather wear pasties on my nipples than take my shirt off. And it's not a body thing. Again, it's just like I
You got
believe.
pasties for the gym?
Yeah, I'm kind of like it's respect. Like that's to me.
Oh
That's what
my
like I work at a studio that it's a shirt on policy. Same thing with Orange
I
Theory, shirt
feel
on.
you about the. I mean, I get it. Like, I just doing too much.
And
I
there's
think.
also, but this is the thing with fitness, and that's why I like working at places that
Yeah.
don't have this. Is like fitness is really an intimate part for a lot of people. Like you don't know another person's journey.
Yeah.
And you don't know what another person is going through.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I do believe when you are really happy with your body and you want to celebrate it and
Yeah.
your shirt is off, that's incredible and
Yeah.
that's really good for you.
Yeah.
But when you take your shirt off
Yeah.
in a fitness setting, that could potentially be really triggering for somebody that's in that
Yeah,
space.
I do get
To
this.
be like,
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, I think that's where
Yeah.
I only see, like,
Yeah.
the gay men taking their shirts
Totally,
off at the
yeah.
Barry's
totally.
Chelsea. And
Totally.
I'm like, girls,
Yeah.
hey, girls, you look amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you look really good. But
Like, I get taking it off for like a photo at the end. Like, I would
sure.
do that shit, or I would like
Oh,
pop
yeah,
it off at the end.
Post a hot photo.
But like,
on the
if you're
gram.
just doing it in the
Yes.
middle of
Yeah.
the class, like the whole time, like from the beginning, like why did you even come with a shirt to the class?
I
But
get-
these are like the people who are attending. But I'm gonna talk shit about an instructor for a second.
Yeah.
Is I feel like the instructors sometimes say these things where they're like, oh, like you should want to be like your instructor, like come to my class because
Oh, I don't
if
know.
I train you, you could get a body like mine.
Maybe that's a New
that
York
they
thing.
view themselves as this kind of like sculpture.
Like
that
God.
if you take my class and I train you and I teach you and I put you on exactly what I'm eating and you do my 30-day
that's a little
program
weird,
and I do
yeah.
this,
Yeah.
you could get a body like mine. But it's like your body.
Yeah.
Just even like dimension wise is not the same as my
Yeah.
body
No.
and the same as your body. It's like
No.
we're all built differently,
Differently.
Yeah, it's
that you could
genetics,
eat whatever the
too.
fuck you eat and
Yeah.
I eat the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a completely different
No.
journey.
Correct. That's interesting that they like. Yeah. Anybody. That's what like fitness
Those
content's
plans or
like, want
whatever.
abs like this.
Yeah.
Like
I
Yeah.
never bought. No,
I never buy into that. I'm like, and I really do hope that when I post, it still freaks me out when I post to the internet. Like that's a whole different conversation. I never wanted to be on the internet. Now I found myself on it because of the podcast, whatever. But now I'm just diving in because that's what my manager wants.
And yet here we are.
Yet here we are. But when it comes to posting fitness content, I still get like when I post it.
It's good.
because-
I've seen it. I like
Thank
it. The
you. And
workout
I
ones are
really
How's
good.
hope
the
I'm not perceived-
reactions though?
People
Like
love
people
it.
love
Yeah,
them. That's
exactly.
good.
People are loving it. They're laughing. They're like, you would be the only person that got me to work out. Which
Exactly.
That's all I want
That's
to hear.
good then.
I
Yeah.
just don't want people to be like, oh, you're posting this because you want people to look at you.
No.
I'm leaning in.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Totally leaning
I'm
in.
selling sex too.
Yeah.
Like that's what
Yeah.
you do, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not relying on it.
Social media is sex and cringe, and if you're not
Yeah.
giving it, you're not trying hard enough. And like that's low key what it comes down to. You got to give a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna talk shit about you until they think you're rich and famous, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, let's hang out, let's be friends." And it's
Yeah.
like, what were you saying about me 2 years ago? But
Yeah.
now you want to be my friend, and you're not gonna talk shit about me anymore.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Tough.
crazy. Tough.
Interesting.
Tough.
So, Al, are you gonna become a fitness gay?
I don't think so. I like lost a little bit of weight recently. Like I lost like a cute like 30 pounds in
Oh,
the
wow.
past few months. So I'm very happy about
How do you
that.
feel? You feel good?
I feel amazing, and it's the best I've ever felt, I will
Good.
say, or it's the best I felt in years. But it's weird. I don't want it to become like my whole personality. I want to make
Yeah.
sure that that's not my whole thing. And I've seen it happen a little bit where it's like, oh, I'm always talking about like weight loss, or people are always like talking about it, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want this to become my whole thing.
Yeah.
But if
So
you think about it, your initial whole thing was your stomach.
yeah.
So I feel like now when people see, your stomach diminishing, they're
Yeah.
obviously going to make it about your weight loss,
Yeah.
because I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of the people who initially signed up for you was between like your belly slap or like these things that you did.
Yeah, or
involving
weight
your
loss. I
belly.
mean, recipes, whatever it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Or personality, I guess, too. So
Yeah.
all
Well,
of it,
one
so
can
I
only
think-
hope that you follow us for our personalities, right?
Yeah, no, and I
But
think
I
that's
think that
what
like
thing.
your like
Yeah.
your content too, like
Yeah.
yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
But it's also like you showing your belly.
Yeah.
To me, like that's why sometimes like I even like don't take my shirt off, but
Yeah.
like that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Of like even it's a funny belly slap,
Yeah.
like that you're celebrating your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah,
period.
exactly.
Like and somebody like me who would watch that, I'd be like, oh my god, love this. Like
Yeah.
that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Or like there's people out there, regardless
Yeah.
if you lost 30 pounds, you can
Yeah.
still do that.
Yeah.
And people will still see you. for
Exactly.
that.
Yeah,
So-
I'm not too worried. I just don't want to
Yeah.
make like, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy.
as long as
though.
your content isn't, I mean, because there's this one. Well, I'm not gonna say his name because he's younger, but he's a TikToker, and I remember loving his content. Like through the pandemic, I was like, he's one of the funniest people I've ever like seen.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden, he lost so much weight.
Yeah.
And his complete pivot was just like talking about how much weight he lost, or like his transformation pictures.
Interesting.
And I'm like, we can celebrate a transformation, don't get me wrong, but if you're celebrating the transformation based on how much weight you lost, like
interesting.
that to me is not how do you
Interesting.
like again, like when
Good
you
to
lost
know.
30 pounds, how do you feel? If you feel good, that's
Yeah, I feel
legitimately all that
amazing. Yeah.
matters.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
30 pounds that's a lot of weight,
Yeah.
and that's incredible.
Yeah.
You look great regardless,
Yeah.
but it's how you feel.
Yeah.
And he was like, I lost 100 pounds. I can't believe I was this fat. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, girl.
You're like, girl, yeah.
You hate
Yeah.
it, but then
You
you don't
hated
love yourself
yourself
because
or
you hate
something?
yourself.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
Wait, I have a
hated
weird
yourself.
question
That's
for
sad,
both of you
though.
though, because
Yeah.
I've never been this way.
Yeah.
I've always been the kind of person who, like, if I look down and I feel good, I'm good.
Yeah.
But I feel like as someone who's bigger, are you guys numbers people? Like, were you like someone who looked at a
Interesting.
scale, and if you're
Mm.
300 pounds or 299, like, does the number itself really matter? Or if you look down and you feel good, is that better for you?
It's a really good question.
You were gonna ask me what my hot take was later, but my hot take was gonna be throw out your scale.
Yeah.
And the reason for it is I was such a numbers person
Yeah.
growing up. It would be like, oh, lost 2 pounds this week, gained 3 pounds
Yeah.
this week. Holy shit! And then
Yeah.
when you do that,
Yeah.
your mind can only handle so much. You're
Yeah.
spiraling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I think
Yeah.
it's gotten to a point. It's like, how do you feel? Like
Yeah.
if you gained weight. You
Yeah.
know if you gained weight.
Yeah.
You put on
put
the
on
pants
your
you put
clothes.
on last week,
Yeah.
and it's tight. You're like, okay, all right, I gained a little bit of weight. You know, like let's figure that out. What happened this week?
Yeah.
But when you weigh yourself, that's why I don't get like Weight Watchers culture,
Yeah. Oh.
diet culture, and Weight Watchers. I'm like, girl, why are you going away in every week? Like, girl,
What are these
Diet
points?
Coke?
Yeah.
What are these
Girl,
points?
Diet Coke isn't 0 points. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, eggs are at 0 points. Like, we need to like figure
Yeah.
that one out. But yeah, I think throw out your scale.
What do you think?
Interesting. I mean, I was a numbers person like growing up. Same. Like I think any fat kid is like you weigh yourself all the fucking time, and you're like, oh my god, I lost 1 pound. I'm up 2 pounds, and you're like constantly weighing yourself. I think for years I stopped doing that, and I was so much happier. I think
Yeah.
recently I have been weighing myself just to like keep tabs on like, because I've been working out every day. I have been wanting to see that shift, and it's been great. And I haven't been weighing myself as much, so I think that's good. And I think over time, I think I will stop. But I think for a little bit, I just really wanted to see like my results. I'm like, bitch, I'm working out every day. I'm eating way less. Like, I want to see this. Just to make sure.
Yeah.
But I think like long term, I do agree. Like, fuck the scale. Like, if you're feeling good, like you see it. Like, bitch, I'm fitting into shit that I haven't fucking fit into like 4 or 5 years. I agree with the scale though. Like, I don't think it's great. I have people who weigh themselves. I know friends who weigh themselves like morning, night. They're like, oh my god, I have to weigh myself in the morning. I have to go to the bathroom and blah 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 blah. I'm like, that is crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never understood the numbers, girl. So I feel like if you look down, you feel good.
Yeah.
That's
throw
all
out
that
your
matters.
scale and just say fuck it.
And working out is not, like, the goal of working out isn't to lose weight. Like, that could be like one of your metrics, but like I wouldn't say that's your goal.
Yeah.
Like, and it is how you feel. Like when I tell people they should move their body, the reason that they should move their body is because like endorphins are a real thing.
Yeah.
So like you are genuinely going to be happier.
When
like
you walk
you are
around.
going to feel good. Like you have energy. Like it's those things. It's like a lot of people who can't bring themselves to work out. I understand where they're coming from. And it's like, it is the bullying. It's the, why don't you just, it's other people telling you that you should work out. That's triggering for people. That shuts people down emotionally, that they're like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck this. And I'm not doing that shit.
Well, I feel like that's also like those other people who kind of are like, oh, like this is working good for me. Like, why don't you try it? Why don't you get on this? Like, this is working great for me. And it's almost like them trying to make themselves feel better about themselves.
Correct.
Because they want you to say, oh, you look so good. Like, oh, man, you're looking great. Like, I didn't realize you were doing all that. Like, they want to feel that what they're doing is good, that then they're helping someone that they're viewing lesser than.
Correct.
Which is an immediate dig.
And literally never say, oh my God, it looks like you lost weight. That's actually one of the worst things that you can say to somebody ever. Like, I get the
Everybody
look good.
has been telling me this recently.
Yeah, you look good.
Thank you.
And I was getting the you look goods when I lost weight, right? If you're going to say to somebody that you look
so
good,
babe.
I hope you were saying that you look good before that they lost weight. But
They
it
weren't.
should be exactly. Don't justify looking good based off of how skinny you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
They definitely. And
Oh, of
that's the only
course.
time. They're like, you look so good.
And it comes from older generation. Like, I'll like go home or like I'll be at a family party and they're like, oh my God, you lost weight? And I'm like, yeah, I did. They're like, whoa, you're looking really good. I'm like,
I could see
Oh,
the
so I
family thing for sure.
looked like shit.
Yeah.
No, it's an everybody thing. That's
an
the
everybody
thing, which
thing.
is like sad and fucked up. But like,
And creators, like,
yeah.
Oh my God.
All my creator friends
It's-
were like, babe, you look so good. I was just at VidCon.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, girl, I haven't seen you. You look so good. You look
Yeah.
amazing. And I'm like, I look.
but even
fat
transforming
and
on the internet, like I'm sure, and I don't know if you're getting comments, but
Oh my
like
God, yeah, of course.
I see my friends
Yeah.
who are on the internet and they like might be losing weight,
Yeah.
and then the comments are
Yeah.
like, oh my God, girl, like
Yeah.
you look, what do you lose, 20 pounds?
Yeah.
You look amazing. Like,
Yeah.
teach me how to lose 20 pounds. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
you can't even just be. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, we ran out of time.
Well,
We-
do your
we've
hot
been-
take real quick.
Oh, my
he said
hot
his
take.
Hot take.
You
We'll-
do your
we'll
hot
wrap it
take real
up.
quick.
I guess my hot take is, I think I like New York more than LA.
Ooh.
My hot
God.
take is Elliot needs a new toothbrush, and
Is my breath bad?
no. Should we post a picture of what your toothbrush looks like?
I just changed that toothbrush like a week or
I'm
two
gonna post a picture of what your toothbrush looks like and why he needs a new toothbrush.
Okay.
Anyways, you guys
I
can tune
love
in
it.
next week for another episode of Lost Nuggs, and thank you so much
Thanks for
for
having
coming
me.
to
Oh,
play
wait,
with
yeah.
us.
What's your? We'll
Oh,
put
yeah,
your
plug-
handles
plug
and
the
everything.
handles, plug the pod.
Plug my handles. I'm Andrew Muscarella. You can find me on Instagram at Andrew Muscarella, and then I'm on TikTok at Andrew_Muskie. The podcast is Good Children. You can stream it across all streaming platforms at Good Children Pod across all socials.
And we're gonna make Andrew go to a special place with me, and I'm gonna hold you to it.
Okay, I'll do it. I will.
We'll maybe make
We'll
a
go to the
video out of
baths.
it secretly.
We're gonna make a video. Stop. I'm on OnlyFans. That looks so good.
Not for the OF.
There's ants in my Panda Express.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's literally
Ew, you
on
idiot.
the
You
floor.
left Panda Express on the floor?
Oh my god, that's so sad. Okay, sorry.
I want to
Well.
die. Okay, see you guys.
See you.